All right, so this is kind of what I call a last resort. If I can't factor and completing the square is giving me fits, then I move on to quadratic formula. All right, I am going to give you the quadratic formula like this right here for the quiz, so you don't need to memorize it. All right, I used to, and so there's actually a fun song to sing that will help you memorize it. Are you ready? Warm up your voice. La 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 la. Ready? Okay. Listen to me do it first, and I'll let you guys try. Here we go. Ready? X is equal to the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all over 2a. You guys ready? One more time. You got it. Here we go. Ready? Follow along. X is equal to the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all over 2a. Ready? Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. X is equal to the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all over 2a. I think I heard a lot of the over 2a part. I didn't get much of the other stuff. All right? So that's Pop Goes the Weasel. You guys know that? Pop Goes the Weasel? Yeah. Just more fun. All right? A little math twist. All right. Let's try 5. All right. Now, just like from Friday and from completing the square, I want to know what value for x makes this become 0. Yes, amen. 0. Now, you could try to factor, all right, but you'll notice there are no factors of 5. Even when I have this multiplier of 2, that's going to add to positive 2. So you're not going to factor. You're not going to complete the square because what's in front of everything? A 2. And if you look at 1, 2, 3, and 4, what was at the front of 1, 2, 3, and 4? A 1, just x squared. So it's a 1. All right, so if it's not like that, you can't complete the square. So now that leads us to the last way, the quadratic formula. Okay? So first thing I do is I write down what is A, what is B, and what is C. A is, these are just numbers. 2, 2, and negative 5. Okay? So I'm going to write down the quadratic formula, but where it says A, what am I making it? Where it says B, and where it says C. Very good. All right, so here we go. X is equal to the opposite of B. Very good. Plus or minus the square root of B squared, 2 squared, minus 4 times, what are they? 2 and negative 5. All over 2 times 2. All right, so if you're confused by that, all I did was I took the formula that is right above the problem, made all of the A's 2, the B's 2, and the C negative 5. Just plug it in. So if you can get here, that's kind of your first checkpoint. Just plug in the numbers in. Now, I'll tell you right now, some of you are going to mess up. This number is the opposite of B. So I did, as Andrea told us, the opposite of 2. What if B was already negative? Then it'd be a positive. Okay, so just be careful on that. All right. Another thing that I see a lot is I see students put the square root over everything over here. Is the square root overneath the denominator? Overneath, that's not a word. Over the denominator. It's not. So just be careful there. All right. Negative 2. Take out your calculator if you have it. What is 2 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 5? Should type it in exactly how it is. Parentheses squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 5. Notice, did I tell you to type in the radical? No, don't type in the square root yet. You should get 44. If you typed in the radical, then you won't get 44. It'll give you it simplified already. The reason I want you to type it in without the radical is because what if it's negative? What if it's negative in here? Then you'll have to include what little symbol on the outside? That little I. That little I, like that. That little I. Okay? But it's positive, so we're all good. Over 4. Guys, that's the answer. That's it. Everything I do from here on out is just simplifying. Okay? But this is it. This is done. All right. X equals -2 plus or minus. Now type in the square root of 44. Because it'll simplify it for you. Type in the square root of 44. You should get 2 times the square root of 11. Yes? All over 4. All right, now watch this. This is the last step. Do you guys see -2, 2, and 4? Do you see -2, 2, and 4? Yes? Yes? All three of those numbers can be divided by what number? By 2. So I'm going to do that. Am I touching the 11? Do I touch the 11? No, don't do it. So x equals -1 plus or minus the square root of 11 over 2. So I took all three numbers and divided them by 2. Now you may be wondering, where did that other number go? You see how there's no more number in front of 11? You don't have to include it if there is a square root there. You do have to include it at the beginning. So if you wrote a 1 right there in front of the square root of 11, that's fine. It's not wrong. I took these numbers and divided by 2. All of them. Divided by 2 is -1. 2 divided by 2 is +1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. All right.